I'm Michael Sangster, CEO of NACC. Join me and Gale Force Winds for special conversations here at the North American Education Convention.
Well, I'm Alan Dale, Gale Force Winds, day 2 of the North American Career Education Convention. Beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Conversations have been wonderful. Solutions that have been provided. Collaboration is incredible to see all of this play out. Canadians and Americans working together, all for the benefit of students that enter the doors of these career colleges and universities. They get jobs out the other end. These people are truly making an impact. I love meeting these folks one person at a time. And on that note, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us what you do.
For sure, yeah. Thanks, Alan. I'm Austin Moulton. I'm the Director of Communications and Stakeholder Relations at the National Association of Career Colleges.
Austin, talk to me about the excitement of NACC being down here, collaborating with the Americans.
Yeah. Honestly, it's an ongoing partnership with CECU, and the excitement in the room is palpable whenever we're here. We did this in Kansas. We partnered an event with them a little while back, and also one in Indianapolis, which was a bunch of fun. And, of course, we do the executive summits. And the partnership with CECU is so beneficial because a lot of these institutions, in cross-border, right, they're facing a lot of this, many similar challenges, even though, the provincials and states are different in the way that they handle the regulations, right? But what they don't always do is they don't always come up with the same solutions, and so this collaboration is so key because you get to experience, right, the other way that the wheel is made in a lot of ways, right? So you're learning from people who have faced these challenges and they've overcome them in their own way. So, and maybe it's a challenge you haven't faced at your institution, or maybe it's something that you've been facing for a while, right? And yeah, it works both ways. So.
You're so right. And, the opposite side, of course, of the challenges are the opportunities that exist here. And when you look around this space and all of the vendors that are providing into this ecosystem on both sides of the border, talk to me about the excitement of all of these companies being involved in the conversation.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's just an extension of that partnership, right? And the opportunities, because a lot of these exhibitors, right, and these partners, they might not necessarily know about, these opportunities that are available to their schools, the institutions might not know about the opportunities available to their school. Like, for instance, one of our key partners for a long time, Enriched Academy, right, who provide financial aid, they just recently started offering their services now in the States officially. And this is not an ad for Enrich, but what the work they're doing with financial literacy is so important. And they're just one example of many of institutions here in the States didn't know about them. We had just a session earlier, and the questions were great. We were getting all of this, they were getting a lot of engagement. People were asking, how does this work, right? And especially financial literacy at a time where student loans are uncertain and repayment, is so key to your institution and its success, right? And that goes for all across North America.
Also, we've had the pleasure to capture so many conversations, so many stories about the good things that are happening. Talk to me about the importance of getting those stories out there.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we're our best advocate, right? Like, no one's gonna get up on the stand unless they have something to, unless they have skin in the game, right? And so this is a great opportunity. These conversations like we're having right now, Alan, are a great opportunity to really tell your story, right? To get out there and get it on the record, really, right? Because no one's going to do it for you.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, the stories are powerful. The changes, the impact that people are making in these colleges is incredible.
Yeah, it's true. It's actually inspiring. The contributions, not only to, and we talk about this a lot, workforce development, that's key, that's critical. It really is. It's student experience and excellence in education, getting them from, a learner, right, who maybe is uncertain about where they're going, and providing them a pipeline to a career, right? It's a real person, and there's a real job at the end of it. And that's what these institutions do for people.
Overall, the conference been a big success for you?
Yeah, it's been really fun. I always enjoy myself whenever I'm here. I get to meet lots of new people. I get to chat with people like yourself, and it's always fun. You learn a lot.
Yeah.
I think is probably the biggest takeaway from these always is just how much you learn from people. Like, you wouldn't expect to meet some of the people you do, and the things that you take away from it. Not just the keynote speakers, which, don't get me wrong, were great, but also just the little conversations in rooms, right? Just walking around the exhibit hall and chatting. So.
And the next time, of course, we all come together in November for the Executive Summit in Vancouver.
That's right, yeah, the Executive Summit. We're looking forward again, that's in partnership with CECU. So we're really looking forward to that. If you haven't already, we encourage you to go online and look at registering for that. It's a premier event. It's fantastic for people in leadership, especially the content is geared towards you as a leader of your institution, and it's there to service and provide an experience. It's there to service and provide expertise in the experiences that you offer.
Yeah. So there you go. This is the engine behind this whole communication strategy to get these stories out there, to talk about the good things that are happening both at NACC and CQ. I want to tell you, guys like this make it all work behind the scenes. Thanks, Austin.
Yeah, and we can't do it without you. So I'm happy to make it work, but really it's you guys are advocating out there and you're telling your story. I'm just here to help. So thank you, really. And thank you, Alan.
Thank you for watching Gale Force Wins from Las Vegas. Check out NACC.ca and career.org to learn more about NACC and CQ.